Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the card we're making today. This was using the Bella and Friends stamp set along with the May Paper Pumpkin stamp set. Okay, so the supplies that you're going to need is the thick Whisper White cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to score that at 4.25 in just a minute. Then we've got a Little Foxy DSP. This is in the paper stack, and that measures 5.25 by 4. I've got Pool Party, Calypso Coral, and Whisper White. These just measure 4 by 4. We're going to be cutting them out using the Layering Squares framelits. I love them. And then I've got a strip here for the greeting. It measures 9/16 by 3.5. If you don't know the 16ths, you can go with 5/8 by 3.5. Okay? So we're going to score the base of the card. Let me get out the Simply Scored scoring tool. Okay, so I'm just going to place it in the landscape and score it at 4.25. And then we're going to fold it over to form our card base. I am going to use my bone folder just to flatten it out. Next, we're going to take the Designer Series paper and just add it to the front. While I'm doing this, today only, or the next 24 hours, we have a one-day deal with the Paper Pumpkin Kit. You can get it for $5. That's only for new customers. So if you've never purchased a Paper Pumpkin kit, you can do so today, one day only. Just make sure you use the promo code, one-day deal. If you don't, it's going to be regular price, okay? And I will say that I always love the stamp sets that are in the Paper Pumpkin Kit. So let me show you this one really quick since I've paused there for a second. So this is the stamp set. And here it is right here. So the Father's Day, Grandpa, Dad, my favorite, brother, friend, uncle, happy birthday, have your cake and eat it too. Anyway, this is fabulous. I usually always love the stamp sets. Sometimes I'm not real keen on the kit, but I always love the stamp sets. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, I was going to tell you too, this little insert, if you're one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, you do get these every month. I send you a link to some exclusive ideas that my downline and I come up with using the kit. And so the May kit, or the May ideas, will be sent out later this afternoon. I'm a little tardy on that since I was out of town for 10 days. Okay, so now back to the card. What we're going to do is stamp Miss Bella in black StazOn ink. And I am going to stamp it in the middle here because what we want to do is cut her. Did I get all of her? I don't think I did. Let me turn it over. Good thing it's two-sided paper. Her ear was not inked up as well. Oh, and back to what I was saying is we want to cut this in a triangle, so it's easier to stamp it or do it in the middle, so that way we're safe when we cut it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the greeting really quick. I'm using the Memento ink. You can use the Memento or the Archival Black. You just don't want to use the StazOn because it's not the best for the photopolymer stamps. I can finally say that word. It took me a long time. Oh, and I forgot. I wanted to erase that little comma. So I'm going to ink it up again. And then I'm just going to take my finger and wipe off the ink on the, I can't see where I'm stamping it. It's a little high. Let's start over. One more time. Third time's a charm. I just got to remember to remove the comma. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take our triple banner punch and we're going to pin it that right side. And I might have to do this a couple times. I want to leave enough room to attach one of our new enamel shapes. I think that's what it's called. I'll show you my container in just a second. I love those things. I was sad when the candy dots retired, but okay, they've been replaced with some really fantastic stuff. So here they are. They're called enamel shapes. Yeah. So there's all kinds of sizes or shapes. Star, heart, and a little circle and a big circle. So I'm just going to take my paper piercer and add one right there. I store them in one of our stamp cases. Okay, so now, before we actually cut out our Miss Bella with the square framelits, let's go ahead and color her. That way, if I mess up, well, then we can start all over. I'll stamp her again. So I'm using a combination of Smoky Slate, Soft Sky, and Calypso Coral. Even though this is Pool Party, I'm going to use Soft Sky because it's a little more subtle. And when I'm coloring, that's what I need. Okay, so I'm taking the aqua painter and I'm just going to get the water started. You don't want very much water because I am just using regular Whisper White. So in this case, less is more, okay? And I hope and pray I don't mess up. I don't have my glasses with me this morning. So I'm going to go slow. My Miss Bella does have some gray and black in her. She is a tricolor Cavachon. Although I swear she has a lot of colors. She's more than a tricolor. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not going to touch it. Don't want to mess it up. Now I'm going to take the blender pan, because this is a really small area, so I'll make sure it's clean. And I'm just going to pull some of the blue right there and color her collar. Now normally I do the collar and the heart in the same color, but because this pack of paper has 3 colors, I want to bring in all 3 colors. So if you only see me use 2 colors, that's just because the paper only has 2 colors. And maybe I overthink that. This is the Calypso Coral. I'm happy I didn't mess that up. Just want to make sure you clean off your blender pan so that you can use it again the next time without smearing or having other colors. So I'm going to get the Big Shot out, and we're going to go ahead and cut our squares. So here's the Big Shot. The magnetic platform. The magnetic platform keeps everything straight when you're cutting. You do want to make sure you have a cutting pad on top. So there's Miss Bella. She is the smallest circle, and that would be a 2-inch square. And I'm going to have to turn it so that I can see it. There we go. I think that looks good. I told several people that I'm just going to, when I get some extra time, I'm just going to cut out a bunch of squares using these framelits, and then I can just stamp on them. Isn't that cute? Okay. The next layer is Calypso Coral, and that one is a 2 1/4. Don't forget to head over to my website and enter to win the Big Shot giveaway. Whoops, I almost used the same framelit. So we're going to the next size now, and that is 2 1/2 inches. Okay, get this out of my way. Okay, so we've got Miss Bella here. We're going to pop her up using dimensionals. Isn't that funny that they're both cut out almost perfect? That's crazy that I actually stamped it almost in the exact same position. You couldn't do that if you were trying. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually going to attach this before I attach Bella to it. And the reason is because I didn't pop this layer up. So that's going to go there. And this is going to go here. And I'm going to use the edge of the dimensionals. We'll go ahead and attach this one. And now Miss Bella. Okay, so there you have it. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Oh, don't forget the Paper Pumpkin one-day sale. Bye.